Hi, I'm Mark Chasey, and I am the chairman of the Administrative Council for our church. The Administrative Council is made up of members from the church that have volunteered and have done a really great service for us through the years. The basic job of that group is to make all the big decisions for the church. They all have voting power. Everybody has one vote, and that's what we go by in the church. Recently, we had a meeting, and at that meeting, there was a lot of discussion whether we could, or if we should just hold off of opening the church. I know a lot of you will be disappointed, but at this point in time, the council thought it would be best if we held up. However, we do have some good news from that also, because during that period of time, they voted on 3 or 4 different issues of where they can do some openings in the meantime. And with that in mind, we have 3 or 4 of our people that are now going to give you that information and tell you just what we are planning in the future. One last thing is that we do have a positive look for opening the church, and as a result of that, we have set a meeting, and that would be the middle of September. And with that, we can then again check all the requirements and so forth and see if it would be possible at that time to open a church, which I'm sure would make all of us very happy.
Hi, I'm Arlene Michio, Chairman of Outreach Committee, and I'm glad to tell you that your Bible study group or your prayer team or your church committee can start meeting here again. We can learn and plan and work together and see each other in the flesh. We will have a few guidelines in place to make sure that you and others are safe, of course.
Hi, I'm Barbara Novick, president of the UMW. Perhaps like me, you're missing being in the sanctuary. Well, we'll be opening the sanctuary for your private prayer each Monday morning. You can come and sit with your favorite pew and spend some time with God here. We have a few guidelines in place to make sure you and others are safe, of course.
Hi, I'm Barbara McPherson, Chair of the Wesley Nursery School Board, and I'm here to assure you that Wesley Nursery School will be opening in the fall. You can imagine how many details have been cared for as we follow guidelines from local and state authorities in our preparation to welcome back our beloved students and teachers. We will have a few guidelines to put in place to make sure you and others are safe, of course.
Hi, I'm Pam Lynch. I am chair of the worship committee. It has been a long time since we have shared communion together. Do you miss it a lot like I do? We have approved a plan for gathering in our cars in the parking lot and sharing the Lord's Supper together. It will be quite different from the communion rail that we are used to and share together this great sacrament. We will have guidelines in place to make sure all are safe.
Hi, I'm Diane Sarine-Marr, the office administrator. We have such a loving community here, and because of that love for one another, we will have a few guidelines in place to make sure you and others are safe. And guess what? I'm going to tell you what the guidelines are. Those guidelines include things like requiring masks, social distancing, signing of waivers, temperature checks, and basic wellness reviews of all participants. We will maintain attendance records. Any group that meets will be given a set of clear procedures to follow. We know you all join with us in putting every effort into caring for each other's health and well-being. In order to move forward, we need your help. In the very near future, we will have a waiver form available. We invite you to complete a waiver, which we will keep on file in the church office. Waivers will be required for all in-person gatherings, and having one on file will serve all those needs.
And most importantly, we need your prayers. Hi, I'm Joy Moore, lay leader. This is a time of transition and challenge, and God is working through us to bring hope and life to our world. Pray for God's presence and power across our world. Pray for those working on the front lines. Pray for those researching immunizations, and pray for those who are anxious and afraid. And pray that God's grace may show through wherever you are.